This photograph is called The Migrant Mother, and it was taken in 1936 by Dorothea Lange. The 1930s was a time of Great Depression in the US and around the world. This photo was taken in California in a pea pickers camp, where this woman had possibly fled to try and find work and also to feed her family. This photograph became famous, not just because it's a great photograph, but also because of what it showed. It showed this poor woman who was desperate and starving, trying to feed her children. Because of this photograph, food was sent to this camp and this woman and her children were able to eat, amongst all the other people there as well. Dorothea took 5 photographs, progressively becoming closer to the woman and taking her photograph as she came closer. The woman and her children is lit in a way that the light is soft, but as well as being able to see the details and the textures in their faces and in their clothes. There is enough depth of field that the woman and her children are in focus, but the background is slightly blurred, so you get an idea of where she could be, but not the full details of exactly where. And considering where this woman lived, which was a piece of canvas held up by 2 sticks, it's understandable the woman's expression. She is heartbroken, she is desperate, and she is hungry. In the 1930s, cameras weren't very common in rural areas, so the kids could be turning away because they're not sure of this huge box that this woman is holding, or they could be scared, or they could even be ashamed of where they live. We don't know. Although we can't see their faces, the way that they are positioned and their posture shows exactly what they are: young, fragile children who are in an awful situation. When you look to the right of the photograph, you can see a pole that is completely blurry. It is by including the pole in the photograph that you get a sense of depth in this photograph as well. The longer you look at this photograph, the more you see how beautifully detailed and sharp and wonderfully exposed this photograph is. Around 40 years after this photograph was taken, the woman was found again living in a trailer home in California again. Her name was Florence Thompson. It is said she felt that this photograph was a curse, as she was ashamed of the squalor that she lived in those years ago. It is also said that her children actually felt otherwise and were incredibly proud of their mother and what she gave up so they could have a life.